There. Did you know the skies are filled with lonely pilots and empty planes, and they're often going in your direction? Wouldn't it be great if there was a way of wrangling your needs so you could get a cheaper flight, not have to fly commercial, and you could help offset some civilian gas costs? Well, Steve Lewis is the co-founder and CEO of Airpooler. He's already thought of all that, but in an all-too-regulated field like aviation, you know someone is trying to crash his entrepreneurial dreams. Welcome to the Independence.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
This sounds like a great idea. There are a lot of small airports where business travelers have to get in and out of. It's almost impossible to fly commercial there. And all these pilots with empty planes who are happy to give someone a ride. Have you really been shut down by regulators?
So, great question. The FAA came out with a decision that actually makes it very difficult for pilots to ride share. And it's created a great deal of anger and frustration in the pilot community because it appears to reverse a long-standing tradition and right of pilots to take along passengers for trips they would do anyway and share the gas expenses.
So this existed informally, and what you did with Airpooler was try to make a more formal arrangement to hook that up?
Yeah, absolutely. So Airpooler is an online platform where private pilots of light planes who've got extra seats can list their flights, and people going to the same places can arrange to fly with them in exchange for sharing the expenses. And pilots have always relied on ride sharing, as a way of reducing their cost of flying to affordable levels. The use of shared economy technology just makes this a whole lot easier. And travelers, for the very first time, have affordable access to flying private. These are, for the most part, single, double-engine, propeller-driven planes, Cessnas, Pipers, and the like. And so the cost of operating them is a minuscule fraction of traditional private aviation, $100 to $200 an hour versus thousands.
All right, so all you did was you took an already existing system and just applied it with a digital, you organized it rather with a digital platform. I don't understand what the problem is.
Exactly. This is the same shared economy technology we all use in our lives, simply applied to aviation. And, it makes it easier to do what people are doing already, and in fact, it makes it a lot safer for pilots to ride share. Think about how this is applied to, staying in cities. You feel a whole lot safer if you rent somebody's extra room through Airbnb than if you, find some, say, random listing on Craigslist.
This is a bit like carpooling for all intents and purposes. I wonder, do you happen to know if companies like JetSmarter, which are doing this, say, at perhaps a more expensive, in a more exclusive way, if they're seeing the same sorts of problems in the marketplace?
I'll say, let me say this, that for private pilots, there's one key rule that one accepts, is that they really cannot operate flights for money. There's a very good reason for keeping private pilots separate from commercial operators. So ride sharing has always been performed in a way in which pilots just get their recover their pro rata share of essentially fuel costs. So nobody makes money on this.
Steve, good luck to you. I mean, it sounds like a great idea. These are the kind of ideas that our country was founded upon. And this is why the United States has thrived. And it's also why we're having problems getting out of this economic stagnation, is because people are trying to squash ideas like yours, which are really just streamlining things, making it more convenient, and actually, in the end, safer. Thanks again.
Thank you.